Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Insights with Soularis, where I am your host, Jennifer, a tarot reader for over 10 years, and I have over a dozen different healing certifications, everywhere from sound therapy to Reiki mastery. I do a little bit of everything, but at the end of the day, I usually say I am a channel of spirit and I bring messages for those who find me. And I always love to start out with a message for the collective before we get into our caller of today. And this is just energies to be aware of as you're going across the next 7 days from when you're watching this or listening to this and what's happening in the following week. And for the collective energy, it does look like there is going to be some decision making needed to be done. More, not necessarily any type of serious decision making, but more of between two options, or like it could be as simple as not knowing what to eat for dinner. For other people, it may be where to have surgery, it may be what to do at work or how to solve a problem. So it's going to be a little bit different for everyone, but I do see it seems a bit overwhelming, whether it's the things that you are happening in this week or you're getting ready or prepared for some fast action in the rest of the month as we go into the end of August to September. It feels like a lot. And it feels like you're going to have to pick and choose what you tackle first and to kind of walk away from things that you don't. But the great news of all of this, even though you may be busy and overwhelmed, you have the confidence and the experience to be able to come out on top no matter what is coming after you. So I love seeing that energy to balance kind of that overwhelm for the collective. And that, again, that's just a short message to expect for the next 7 days. And we're going to jump right into our caller. And we have Katya from Australia. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
How can I help you today? What kind of questions do you have?
Uh, when will I find love? It's been years since I've been in a relationship,
Yeah.
and
Okay,
I'm not.
let's dive into. I knew I pulled out this particular deck for a reason, so I love it already. It's like I want to pull out a tarot deck today. Okay. So immediately the first two cards I'm coming up is the Three of Wands and the Hermit. So, this is, hey, you have been single for quite a while, but you have been planning. And even though like may have not been on the forefront of your mind, it was really important for you to have this period alone to understand what you want and where you want it to go. Because we don't allow our peace to be disturbed by just anyone. And it seems like you have heard that before. You have had people come into your life and just mess things up. And in the present situation, we do kind of have this energy coming in where you may be wanting something new, but at the same time, you're resisting. Okay. And I can feel the tension in your shoulders and your lower back and kind of the solar plexus. So it's kind of a push and pull. So it's very important that you take a little bit longer, just it can even just be a couple of minutes just to rebalance yourself and understand that you are overall in a good place, and it's okay to bring in new stuff. Now it's not going to rock the boat too much, but it is something that you have been running wanting a long time. And yeah, they're underneath all of this, and that subconscious, there's a real fear of being left out. That is the feeling. Oh, I see it, like I'm seeing a church. And so what I am interpreting this as is that when somebody finally finds a religion that feels like home, what, or if you just go to a new place, you're like, oh, this feels like home. It can be an experience that just completely transform you. But you're afraid of that. You're afraid of that transformation because you're afraid, like, okay, what if I have all these wonderful things come to me and they get taken away? And then, like, I got so used to living in this luxury, whether it's financial abundance, emotional abundance, and coming back and be like, oh, I'm alone. So that fear is underneath. But what I do like in this upper conscious position in your helpers is that you've been having and taken all these lessons, all these little steps in order to face your fears. So you're continuously working on this. And while you still have some things to learn about relationships coming forward, you have worked hard, you are continuing to work hard, and the everything is coming together. You have been weaving your threads of fate, and you're finally about to see a larger picture because you have everything that you need right now. I mean, yes, I see that there is a lack of relationship, that emotional connection that you're wanting, but you have everything you need. Okay. So you have built this, you have created this all for you. And it's okay that you get a little bit anxious. It's okay that you feel like you don't know if you want to fight anymore. It's just so much going on within the dating scene. It doesn't feel worth it. These options of the lack of options you like to choose from. Maybe you do have options, but you're just like, no, no, thank you. Like, these are not the kind of options you want. So you will have a little bit of a period through this transition where you're just not wanting the options that are coming towards you. But spirit is lifting you up to help you find what you want because again you have been planning for years, you have been learning your lessons, you have been growing as a person and addressing that fear of being abandoned. So spirit is helping you find being basically like your guard dog in a way to say, okay, we're gonna you have what you want in a person. If you know what you want in a person, spirit's going to make sure you find that, but you have to be clear on the type of person that you want to allow in your life. And so, what I'm hearing is that if you haven't already, or if you're a little bit unclear what you want in a relationship, you can write a list of like A, B, C, and with each letter have an attribute that is the qualities of the person you would like to have a relationship with. And that will help you really ground in your dreams and what you want in a person and help you reach that emotional abundance that you're coming from because I am seeing you being able to heal fully from some of these past situations, specifically some abandonment issues around when you're like 17 and 19. Between those time periods, there was quite a loss of innocence in a way and hope. So that is still being healed. And I see you coming into the say, like, okay, I can still love, I can still be myself, and I can still offer myself to the right person. And spirit is coming in to say, okay, we can do this together. But we want to make sure that you are choosing right for you, that you know what you want, because we do not want allow another person that has behaviors that are not for your highest and greatest good. And I'm talking about addiction. I'm talking about different types of emotional abuse. Hopefully, it will never it never came to any physical abuse or anything that you've experienced, but any situation where someone, a partner, had made you feel smaller than what you are, that's really something that spirit wants you to heal from. So those patterns do not come back in the relationships coming towards you in the future. Um, Using your logic, using your discernment. So it is accumulation of lessons. And again, in this present situation, there is that resistance. But again, spirit's stepping in, and spirit's like, okay, I will guide you. You just got to listen. And they would do want to guide you, your spirit guides, ancestors. They do want to guide you to an individual which they think would be a good fit for you at this time. Now, just because they're spirit guides, that doesn't mean they know exactly what it's like to be human and what you would like, Katya. So that is again is up to you to decide what qualities and what type of relationship do you want to have. Do you want to have a relationship where you wake up in the morning and you're excited? Or do you want to have a relationship that is a little bit harder, but it helps you grow? Or like, do you just want a relationship where you need somebody to push you to the ground so you know how to go up and fight for yourself stronger and build confidence in a very harsh situation? I don't see that for you. I don't see any of that for you, but it is about you really sitting and understanding what it is that you want because spirit's gonna be your guard dog. He does not want you to repeat any of these patterns. because your discernment tends to go out the window when you find somebody pretty, someone that catches your eyes. It's like, oh, shiny gold. And that has gotten you into a little bit of trouble in the past. But it has brought you temporary happiness. It has brought you a little bit more discernment over people who can manipulate and be tricky. It has brought you better to growth as a person. And so let's see at the very next steps as we have for source about relationships timing. Um, quickly, it's going to happen fairly quickly within a couple of months, 1 to 3 months, where you get that fire to kind of go out and start talking, start flirting with people, accepting dates. So be aware of that, especially during holiday seasons. And then going into April, I do see something coming in a little bit more solid. So that springtime energy where you are wanting to commit a little bit deeper. You may be meet somebody or a couple of people that you start talking to near the closer to the end of this year. And then as you're moving into the following year, springtime, you're like, okay, let's see each other exclusively. And as of right now, I'm just going to go into a few of the characteristics that are coming forward as far as spirit, what qualities they think would be a good match for you. And I am seeing somebody who is a little bit more divinely connected. That can be a lot of different things, whether this person is has a structured religion or they're open-minded, but they will have some type of philosophy about morals, and they'll be a very moral person. It's going to be somebody who steps in their power and is confident, and but they're not egotistical. So be aware of that confidence versus egotistical is also which I think you're really gonna like because I can feel your energy and that kind of that feminine power inside of you. An athlete, somebody who likes to be outdoors, somebody who likes to move their body. So it is a very masculine figure coming forward, and somebody who is likely within social justice, whether that's police work, whether that's being in some type of criminology field, service field. Um, or if he's not employed in the public service sector, he would have a very strong empathy for his community and wanting to help. And that could be volunteer work because I also see him very close to his community and keep an eye out on that. So you
Mm.
deserve
I'd like
somebody
to know
who,
where I'm going to meet
yeah.
someone because dating sites are the worst. I don't even go on them anymore.
As of right now, we're almost out of time, but what I am seeing, you are gonna meet them after a period of a little bit of struggle and mourning, and it's going to be somewhere more traditional. You could see them at more of a church, but it would be more of a festival too. So a happy event, but something that is structured and organized.